Hey there, good morning. I know I'm a little past 11. It's been, guys, this week, and I don't know, this market that we're in right now is just crazy. I think I talked about it some more in one of my previous episodes where we weren't sure what was going to happen with Corona and all the things happening and everything else, but it has been so crazy, which is good. I'm so blessed and happy to be busy, but I feel like I'm constantly trying to catch up, and so sorry that I'm a little late, but I'm here. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Bless This Nest. If you are joining in for the very first time, I'm Mariana Pearson, owner of Modern Nest Real Estate Group. We are a real estate team here in the DFW, Texas area, and I just like to go live every week and have a new topic and talk to you all things either real estate, some things non-real estate, some things fun. So thank you guys for joining along with me. Hopefully you guys are learning lots. So this week's topic is a seller tip. I've got I forgot to flip my camera. I'm sorry guys. I'm trying to remember to flip my camera so you guys don't have to see that backwards. But this week is a seller's tip, and so it's 15 minutes, or how to get your home ready in 15 minutes if you have a showing. I have some listings that are on the market, coming to the market, and so we're talking a lot about home prep and what that looks like when your home goes on the market, and then preparing your home for when you have a showing, because it's so important that you make that good first impression when a buyer walks through a door. So I wanted to take today's episode to talk more about that. But first, before I do that, I want to start every episode with a shout out. So this week's shout out, hey mom, you're not my shout out, but this week's shout out goes out to my assistant, Lindsay Moreau. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. She's technically not really my assistant. She does do some things for me when I need her to, but she really handles our social media. She's our listing coordinator. She goes out and stages property when we need some staging in. So she's kind of like behind the scenes all the time, but really she's kind of the one who helps us. So if you see this page with activity on social media and posts and things like that, a lot of it's her. We collaborate together on what to post and what to talk about, but she helps make it happen while I'm out doing the business and getting the houses up on the market and helping buyers find their homes. So, but she's a huge part of our team, and so I just want to shout out to her and just say thank you so much, Lindsay. She has been with us. I just realized this while I was trying to figure out who to shout out to. She's been with me for 2.5 years. So that's crazy to me. She joined the beginning of 2018, and since then we have developed a really close friendship as well. We went to coffee the other day, and I was like, we're not talking business, we're gonna just have coffee and talk about life. And so just love having her around and the relationship we've built. So hi Lindsay, if you jump on. Okay, so let's get started on today's topic. Before we dive in, I've got 10 different things that you could be doing, or you should be doing. How about that? You should be doing if you have a showing on your home that's on the market. So let's kind of set the scene really quick. So your house is officially on the market, and you get a text request saying that someone wants to show your home in the next hour. So at this point, you're kind of in panic mode. You're not really prepared. And so today I want to share with you 15 things that you can do, 10 things that you can do in 15 minutes or less that are going to help you so much be better prepared, have the house ready for when that buyer walks in the door. So in order to get your home ready or show ready in 15 minutes or less, the first thing I always suggest to my sellers that they should do is to get what's called a last minute basket. So buy a big laundry basket from like Target or wherever that's dedicated to just when showing time is about to happen. So before you leave the house, you can do a quick scan through the house, and you can throw like the toys or the dog dishes, or if you have blankets laying around, magazines, whatever little things that you have that are laying around the house that you could quickly just grab and throw into that basket, and then just take that basket with you. Because sometimes then there's not a really good place to put it. Sometimes you could throw it into the garage if nothing, with the heat and things like that, it won't get ruined. But I just suggest take that, whatever toys, if you, especially if you've got kids. I know one of my listings, they've got 3 kids right now. And so I told them, I said, make sure you have like a basket to where all their toys go. So as soon as you get a showing request, it's like throwing them into the basket or into the toy chest So that way it just clears up and puts away all those things. So a suggestion again for you is to get a laundry basket to where you can just put whatever miscellaneous things into that basket and then just take it with you. And then when you come back home, you can put it all back. The second thing I suggest is to fluff the pillows. So of course, when you're sitting on them or anything like that, you've been on the couch or anything, they kind of tend to flatten up. So it just really helps create create more of a, just a great look if you just fluff up the couches or fluff up the pillows on the couch really quick. Sorry guys, I'm still waiting for my spark to kick in. So all right, there. Now I'm not so scatterbrained. So fluff the couch pillows really quick. It just, again, helps kind of with that space. It really just sharpens it up. And again, when if you followed me in one of my last episodes, I talked more about having your home look like a model home. So picture what it would look like in a model home, and when you walk into a model home, you never see a flat pillow. So all the pillows are fluffed and ready to go. So just fluff the pillows really quick. Number 2, plug in an air freshener or turn on a diffuser. So notice that I didn't say to light a candle. The reason I say don't light a candle, and I tell my sellers this because it's a question I get all the time, is if you're leaving that house for an hour or longer, I don't know about there being an open flame in your home, and if they've got kids and it accidentally gets bumped or something like that. So just to be safe, I always say no candles, plug in an air freshener, either that morning, turn on a diffuser, or if you do like a certain candle smell, there are what are called candle warmers. So they're like $5 from Walmart. I have actually a few of them because we'll put them into some of our houses if it needs it. And just 2 hours or so before a showing, go ahead and just plug it in, turn it on, and it warms up that candle. So that way you get the scent that you want from the candle, but there's no open flame. And also when you're picking a scent, just make sure you go with something very neutral, right? We talked about this before. Nothing too fruity, nothing too like the linen scent. I think a lot of people try to go that way. I say keep it very basic and right down the middle. We don't want anything over extreme. So there's some really good scents that you can get from Walmart or Target that are very neutral, just keeping in mind that we want to make sure when they walk into the home, it's not a scent that's overpowering. But a scent like that can really just help out with making the home feel more homey. So when they first walk in and it's inviting and it's bringing out that sense. So definitely plugging in something to bring in some senses. Number 4 is turn on every single light. Open up the blinds. And when I mean open the blinds, I don't mean put them all the way up, but just open them. Even if it's full daylight outside, turn them all on, turn on all the lamps. We do this for our photos, and so I tell my sellers to even do it for when they have a showing. Again, especially right now with us trying to eliminate all the touching and things like that, so they're not having to touch the light switches. It's really good to do that, but it just helps show the home in its best light, literally, because you're adding so much light to the house. But it just really makes the home feel light and bright and just homey and not dark. So we always want to try to turn on as many lights or all the lights that we can. I even turn on like the oven light when I do an open house, and then the microwave light, so the light that's above the microwave, just because again, it just helps kind of create that home to be really light and bright and also homey. So turning all the lights on. Number 5, keeping a smaller basket inside the kitchen cabinet or pantry so you can throw away anything that's left out on your kitchen counter. So just buying like a smaller basket. This would be good for like if you've got keys that are laying around, you've got some mail that's laying around, anything like that that's on the kitchen counter. Just having a small basket so you can put those things into it and then putting it into a cabinet or countertop. So again, just using those baskets to be able to store things away. Number 6 is adding a big decorative basket in the corner of or next to the couch in the living room where you can throw any of the blankets that you're using during the day. So that way you're clearing off that area, the couches. I also suggest if you do have throw blankets that you are using, you can actually even keep one that's pretty to like put over or drape over your chair. When we come in and we stage the homes, usually we'll just kind of over the corner. Just really looks really good. Again, thinking model home, but if you do use throw blankets, having a basket that you can throw those into really quick is really nice. Fold them up and just put them into that basket. All right, number 7, this one's good. Close the toilet seats. I know that sounds so silly, but so many sellers don't do it. And when I walk in through a home and I go into the bathroom and I see the toilet lit up, and I'm not talking about the seats, I'm talking about the lid, I guess. Well, closing the toilet seat, you definitely want to make sure the seat's down, but then the lid too. Go ahead and just close the lid as well, for photos, for showings, all of that. No one wants to see the inside of the toilet, and if they absolutely do, they'll pick up the lid and look in there themselves. But honestly, like, it just helps kind of, again, just keep it clean looking. I'm one of those that I have to always put my lid down, so when I do walk into a house and I see the lid up, I kind of notice it. So I always try to, with my showings and things like that, I'll close them really quick because I want to make sure that my buyers are having the best experience too. And I don't want to touch the toilet, so see it as much as possible, but we got to do what we got to do sometimes. But go ahead and just close your toilet seats or your lids. All right, number 8 is tell Alexa to play some background music that sets a classy, relaxing, or inviting mood. So you can use Alexa. There are some TV channels, if you've got cable, that have this option. You could put a laptop out and put it on Spotify if you have that. So just playing some music that you can, that's inviting and classy and just really setting that tone as they're walking through the house. One of my favorite Spotify playlists that I love to listen to even when I'm working or doing an open house is acoustic covers. So it plays a lot of today's music, but it's all acoustic. So it's just, they're singing as well, but I just love the tone of it, and it really is inviting. So finding like a really good playlist or coffee house playlist, making sure it's appropriate, of course, it just really helps, again, create that ambiance as they're walking through the home. Number 9, hide the pet dishes and grab the pets. So people, even if they are pet friendly, don't necessarily want to see your pets all the time, especially if you have a dog and it likes to bark when other people are in the home. I've gone through showings before where the whole time the dog is barking. And while I totally get it, and that's nothing the sellers could probably control, even though it's kenneled and everything else, it really just doesn't create the best experience. And if anything else, my buyers are thinking, man, I just want to get out of this house because it's loud. So if you do have a dog, or even if you have a cat that's maybe afraid or fearful of other people coming into the house, mine that's super friendly would probably just annoy that person because she would follow them around the whole time. If you can take them with you, please do. Obviously, if there's no other option, if you're at work all day and there's nothing you can do and you have to kennel them or put them somewhere inside the house, obviously just make sure that the buyer's agent always knows. So let your listing agent notify the buyer's agent that there will be a dog and where it's going to be, and to please excuse it. And so that way they're prepared for it when they walk in. But if you do have a dog, I would suggest that you definitely kennel it. I would never leave a dog out in let it, wander around as people are coming in through the house, because you never know how your dog's going to react to someone coming into their home and you're not home. And also, you just want to be careful that they don't get out or anything like that too. So just keep that in mind. All right, number 10, this is the last one, or I have a bonus tip, but the last one is keep containers of cleaning wipes in the kitchen and bathroom so you can quickly wipe down countertops. So if you can get a hold of some containers of cleaning wipes right now, definitely have those, and it makes for a quick and easy clean, and definitely want to clean any countertops or things that you've been using right before showing, just again giving it a good clean right before someone walks in the door. But that's it. So those are my tips. One bonus tip that you can, that I also have on here is try to set an actual timer for 15 minutes. So when you're doing it, I don't know about you, but when I set that 15-minute timer and I kind of have some pressure on being able to get those things done, you can easily do all 15 of these, or all 10 of these in the 15 minutes. So set a quick little timer to time yourself, but definitely doable in 15 minutes, and usually if you have a showing in an hour, you want to be out of there at least 15 minutes before the showing, so that way in case they're a little bit early or anything like that, you're not home. So before I go, I also want to remind you guys that I do have a freebie. It is our showing prep checklist. So it does have a few of these things. It's got some other ideas that you could do to prep your home when it's on the market. We give it out to all of our sellers as soon as they go live on the market, so they're prepared and ready to go for all those showings. But if you want a copy of it, let me know. Send me a direct message with your email. I'll send you a link so you can get the copy. So anyways, guys, that was my tips for today. Hopefully you guys heard some great things. If you have any other tips for what you like to do when you get your home show ready in 15 minutes or less, comment below, let me know, because I always want to make sure I'm letting my sellers know about all the things, right? So anyways, thanks guys again for joining me this week. I will be out of town next week, but I do still plan to go live on Thursday. Forgot what the topic is, but we'll post about it pretty soon and let you guys know. So have an awesome week, guys. I will talk to you then.